Good Lord. How are you folks? Pooch been busy today, yesterday, and I still ain't done. God, I'm dusty. I got grass, dust blowed all over me. I was trying to get stuff done around this camp, and there's just never enough time to do it all. It don't seem like. Pretty and I had a event to do this weekend, and so we were busy pretty much all day yesterday. Excuse me while I'm fiddling around looking to see what I got open on this thing, but trying to shut some stuff down. That way it don't interfere. But yeah, so Pretty and I got up early yesterday morning, like at 5 o'clock, 5:30. We had to take all of our stuff that we've got for our little shop and go set up for a conference. And it was a mental health conference at that, which it was pretty good. So went and got all that done, spent most of the day there. Then, of course, we had to take it all down, bring it back home, put it all up. And then today, Sunday, got to go to church. Because if you don't make it to church on a Sunday, you feel like you missed something. And it usually screws your whole week up by then. But did that. Pretty and I had to go to the grocery store. I'm sure you might have seen that quick little live earlier. That's always fun. I told her, I said, we ought to start filming Pretty and Pooch go shopping from here on out. That way, y'all can catch some of the shenanigans and what all that goes on when her and I go grocery shopping. Hey, you got to make it fun somehow. So we do our best to do that. And we just, especially on Sunday after church, because you know that's when everybody else is in there. And HEB just ain't, I mean, that's a big store, but there's a lot of people that go in there. I like going to Kroger, but, you know, sometimes HEB's got a little better produce and a more selection of produce. So that's kind of why we go to HEB. But let me tell you, ever since they started all this shopping online, send your grocery bill in, and let them go through and pick all your stuff out for you. And they're dragging around those big carts everywhere. And then you got 5,001 people in there trying to run around through there and do their grocery shopping too. It ain't good. It's just as bad as driving in rush hour traffic inside the store. And Pooch just doesn't handle that too well. I mean, I do, but, you know, I tend to treat the way you maneuver and move around inside a grocery store down in the aisles as a 2-lane road. You know, don't go zigzagging and parking your cart over here, then walk over there and leave your cart. That's just like leaving your car stalled out in the middle of the street somewhere. And don't forget, you ain't the only one in there that's trying to shop. I don't know. I do not know. But it is what it is. Everybody's got to shop. So be it. So Pooch tries to have some fun at it, actually. Oh, Lord. Try to. But let me go on down through here real quick and see who all we got. I see Brian Vineyard Farmhouse. Elaine, welcome to my kitchen. Kickapoo Crafty Cat. Piggy's Piddles. Linda Peterson. Going down a little more. Score one with the big guy. And that might be JB Conway. Hendrickson Family Farm. Welcome in, folks, on a Sunday evening. Cowboys won. I was in there watching that, too. That kind of delayed me from taking care of other business that I was trying to deal with. because, man, I was out there blasting through trying to mow so I could get that done. And it didn't look so bad. Didn't really need to mow. I just needed to knock down the weeds. We had those little straw baits coming up through there, or those straw strands. So, you know, it makes look of a unsightly scene, you know. That's about what it does. It just makes it look unsightly. And so I had to take care of that. But good gosh, along with other things that Pooch is trying to do and get done. But we'll get there. I'll take care. Probably going to go out there after this and get my clippers out and give myself a high and tight. Because the old hair is getting a little long coming out from over the top of the ears. So need to take care of that too. Jailbait Tackle Outdoors in here. Welcome into. No, Pretty's not in here right now. She's back in the house doing probably. I think she might be on a video conference call. Maybe. Let's see. There's my mother, Wanda Sargent. Hi, son. Hope you get to sleep through the night without a phone call. I hope so too, because I already know I got a busy week coming up. I sure do. I have no audio, but want to talk to Tish Ross. Well, I think she's inside on something. I'm not sure, but I'll let her know. Jailbait. Your firehouse. Hey there, Piggy. But yeah, amongst all this stuff that I've been trying to do, that's one of the many things. I was wanting to clean out my shop, clean out the shop, maneuver some stuff around, sweep it out, blow it out. As y'all probably seen, the shop's just kind of all kinds of disarray, especially now that Pretty and I done drug out stuff and moved it out and brought it back in, and we just kind of shoved it all right back in here right now because I know she's getting ready to go through some of our old inventory items that we've got and probably take them down. And, you know, you don't get rid of everything as much as you like to, because sometimes you overbuy certain stuff and then you just sit on it. Well, we've learned some valuable lessons on that. So we probably going to take some of that stuff and donate it, which is good. It's better than throwing it away, or I cut it up and make rags out of it, but I got enough rags around here. Missing anything? But yeah, that's the thing with Pooch going on right now. Let me get a swig here because I am pretty dusty. Yeah, Pretty Nuts did that little bit of live earlier from us going to the store. That was fun. It was quick. I don't think she knew we were live when we did it, but until I told her, hey, we're live. So we like to get some commentary going on. Usually that's when her and I almost have, I'm not going to say best conversations, but the funniest when we're cutting up with each other. Yeah, we usually have some good cutting up conversations going on. But I don't know if y'all heard the news, which I hope you did, that Pooch is going to snag a Wednesday night live at 7 p.m. I put a little video out on that because there've been, and that's family night, which I'm sure a lot of y'all know, but that is the 7 o'clock Wednesday night spot, and that just seemed like a good spot for Pooch to move over into. I mean, it's a prime time spot. I would love to sit there and be in there right before MT Homestead goes on, and then following MT Homestead goes Brian, Vineyard Farmhouse. So yeah, to me, that's a good spot, which Thursdays have been fine with me, but I want to be in on that family night. So we're going to see how that goes. Come On Homestead David is changing his stuff up, as I said in my video I put up, which that dude's busy. And that dude's putting out videos. That dude's got 2-3 channels. So, you know, I wished I was so busy enough that maybe, of course, then again, you know, I like doing lives. I like doing the lives and interacting with folks, even though I can't keep up with some of this stuff half the time. But what what is it, Joe? That should say conference call. I can't. I don't see. That just goes to show that I ain't paying no mind to this. But Wednesday night's a good spot to be, I think, especially on a family night with all those folks. Pooch is trying his best to get his little old channel to grow up. And granted, I know I need to make content and get more actual videos up out there, which hopefully now that it's getting cooler, that's going to happen. Get outside and actually do something and not burn up, cook up to a toast. But we'll see how that goes too. But I do like doing lives. That's just a fun thing to do. It's spontaneous. You get out there. Folks like y'all come in. We can sit here and chat. And one of these days I'll get my phone line back up. And well, it's working now. But I really don't know how long, if I'll make an hour on this one. But if all goes well on the Wednesday night, when there's a good chance I'll probably drop this one. Just saying. Probably drop this one. I think Pretty might be, she may want this one. I don't know. Pretty may try to snag one Thursday night or something too. We'll still do Pretty and Pooch on Wednesdays every now and then. But, just need to change things up. Try to make things a little better. I like lives better, Kickapoo says. Trying this again. I'm not sure what's going on. Jailbait trying this again. I don't know what's going on there. Jailbait tag outdoors. That should say conference call. I can't type. Jailbait tag outdoors. Since you have no audio, Pooch said that Tish was in the house, possibly on a conference call. Yeah, she probably is. I think she is actually. She was when I came out here earlier. She was kind of working with another lady on the phone on Zoom. So that's what they were doing inside. I came outside to get some mowing because I was watching the Cowboy game. And then they had that one in the bag. So Pooch thought it was time to get outside and try to knock a little more out. And I got to get out there, get the clippers, and shave the old head because I can't go another week like this. It's getting a little too shabby. Well, y'all can tell I ain't got much up there to cut. Look at that bald head. It's right around here that gets me half the time. This is where I hate it, when it gets out like that. Drives me crazy. Coming out over the ears and whatnot. Some areas of USA don't have some audio or sound for them. Really? On my video, or is this just, hopefully y'all all can hear me pretty good. Hear and see. I don't know what's going on. I checked my mic and all before I came on here, and it showed it was micing out. It did. I hope it is. Piggy showed his. Yeah. Way to go, Piggy. Boy, if I was around there, I'd let Piggy shave mine and I'd just shave his. Elaine, you don't shave Piggy's head? Now, what Tish said, because I told Tish, I was like, well, maybe we ought to get the camera out and you can shave my head. She goes, I ain't shaving your head. Now, what she did say she'd do is she'd shave my back because, believe me, the old back along here gets pretty hairy as well. And I can't stand that either. I'd be like a sheep out there, just shaving off all the wool. Audio visual look pretty good to me, Pooch. Oh, poop! He said poop. That's a typo, though, I'm sure. I used to. Now he does it. Yeah, I do it, too, because Tish don't like the way I do it. She wants me to have some hair, but I like to cut it off. That way I ain't got to fool with it for a while. I can go 3-4 months without cutting it again. And if I knew it didn't, of course, the way I cut it's bad enough because I know she don't like it. But if I do it the way that I would normally do it, I'd be Kojak clean on top. I would shave it to the skin and then get the Bic razor out, take off the rest of it. Just for the ease of not having to deal with it for a long time. Yep, I would Kojak my head. Baby smooth for sure. But I was working on some video today. I don't know when I'll get it up. I recorded a little bit from the conference we was at yesterday. I was recording a little bit of me out here mowing, and I had something else I was going to attach to it. So maybe tomorrow I'll attach the rest of it to and be able to produce a different video. I know some folks make their videos way in advance. I need to get in that habit probably, but I don't. It's just one of those things you got to learn to do. And my thing is mainly time. I just do not have the time. And half the time I get off into doing something, I clean forget. I clean forget, which I need to make that a habit. Get the camera out, set it up, regardless of what you're doing. Just set the sucker on, set it on to record, and capture and catch whatever it is you're doing. And if you ain't got no speaking audio with it, you can always go back and put the audio back over it. That's really what I should do. Let's see, please see Gel Bay and Tackle Outdoors comment. Mr. Pooch, sir, please have Miss Pretty follow up with me soon, please. I sure will. If Gary, I'll let her know. And as soon as I'm off here, if she's watching this, she might see it too. Make sure. Make sure I wasn't missing something else. Thank you, Elaine. And thinking of Elaine, I did see you put a Nightbot video out too earlier. I need to probably study that one. I need to implement Nightbot back into mine, but I want it to work right and not cut people's comments and stuff off. Because that hacked me off. People's comments are getting shut out, timed out, or whatever. But yeah, I definitely want to get on there and try to make Nightbot work for me. Make it useful anyway. But that's pretty much it for me right now. Our kitchen. But you know, folks, I'm sitting here just running through my mind, and I'm thinking about what I need to be doing rather than focusing on me. Because last Wednesday, I know I was on a roll with Pretty. I was getting after it. I could feel it. I probably should have canceled this live tonight for some odd reason. That way I could have took care of some of the business I need to. Because that's what's on my mind right now, thinking I got to get this, and this done before this coming week. That's crazy. And that might sound stupid to some folks, but when you get short, because I lost a whole day yesterday, pretty much. I didn't lose it. I was busy doing something else, but it took away from my normal activities of what I'd be doing out here. And I noticed too, y'all just sitting here looking out the window, I thought I saw a light, but some of my lights went out around my little building here. So I'm going to have to get some more lighting to put up and probably have to get some Christmas lights or something. Because Christmas is coming, and that's Pretty likes to decorate. And it probably make her feel real good if I put some Christmas lights up out here. Because my mama made her feel real good by coming out here and putting up some flowers in pots for her. And that was such a pretty surprise for my Pretty that she loved it. Sure did. She loved that. That was a super surprise that my mother did for her on that one. Of course, that made her want to get me out there and take care of some. Get the weed eater out. You need a weed eater around the flower beds. Get out there and mow, which I did. But you know, you want the rest of your stuff to look nice and pretty. So I had to do that. I put out and tagged Mike's fishing home in description with his 2 videos on night. Oh, okay, cool. Don't trip while you're running. Me? Yeah, I'm prone to trip when I run nowadays. You know, after I broke that ankle so bad, I'm very careful. And it not scares me, but I definitely watch where I'm stepping nowadays because I sure as heck don't want to break another ankle because, good Lord, that was the worst as I've ever dealt with. The worst I've ever dealt with. Uh-oh, what's my mama say? I'm going to do some Christmas decorations after Thanksgiving. Ha! Well, I know Pretty be wanting some of that stuff, and I know she's waiting because she likes setting out Christmas decoration stuff. Oh, I'm glad to see my mama in here commenting. Everybody tell my mama hi. Wanda Sargent, that is my mother right there. She ought to put her some videos out. She'd be good at it. Maybe I'll get my mama to come on here with me one day. I'll send her the link or something. That'd be good. Then y'all can ask my mom, you whatever you want to know about Pooch or what kind of kid he was. Because she'll tell you. She'll tell you exactly what kind of child I was. Which wasn't good. Because I know I tested my mom's patience. She says no. But yeah, I tested her patience well. And I know I've told some stories about some of those times how I tested her patience. It'd probably get her pissed off all over again if she had to go back and relive just thinking about some of the stuff I did. Because I know what I did. And golly, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry I did all that to you and put you through all that because the good old Seminary South days, trying to go shopping. And what was I doing? Running around, hiding in clothes racks, acting a fool, trying to mimic and pretend I wasn't just one, but I was all three characters of the Three Stooges. And that was what I tried to perform when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. Ain't that right, Mom? Go on, type it out there and let them know that that's exactly who I tried to mimic when I was that age. I tried to be all three of the Three Stooges wrapped into one. John Wiggs, howdy, sir. Yeah. How did Pooch get? Yeah. I was a nut. If I wasn't doing that, I was off somewhere where she couldn't find me. No, I can laugh about it now, but yes, you did. But if she didn't have a leash on me, I was off wandering around who knows where. Walking around, because I was friends with everybody when I was young. I was friendly, didn't meet a stranger just like I don't now. But I'd glad hand with them all. Didn't matter what. There's Pretty's in here. And go up and check the comments, baby, because Mom's in here too. And that's cool. But yeah, if my mom didn't keep her eyes on me, there was no telling where I was at. Because I'd wander off and go messing around doing something. But I love playing hide and seek, hiding in the clothes racks and messing with people. Or putting on a show. And usually it was whatever Three Stooges cartoon on that I saw that day. But that didn't matter because I mimicked and I still know the Three Stooges shows. Every dadgum one of them. And I can still do it. I sure can. Let's see. I'm calling her Mama Pooch. Hope she doesn't mind that. Oh, I'm sure she doesn't. She probably doesn't mind Mama Pooch. But I sure would like to get her on here and let her tell y'all her side of the story. Because it sure makes me laugh thinking about it. Spent hours looking for you. Oh my gosh. That'd be a good thing to just sit around and talk about. Not just me. Because I'm sure some of you other folks probably had some issues trying to act right with your parents in the store. And it didn't matter because I knew what I was in for. I knew I was in for getting my butt tore up, and I knew I was going to get it again when my dad got home. But that didn't stop Pooch. I did it anyway. Didn't I, Mom? I did it anyway. And then turn right around and get my butt tore up or whatever. And I know this made my mom mad when I do that. That didn't hurt. Oh my gosh. Mama Pooch is an honor. Oh, we'd run to the car in the parking lot, and I'd run real fast and get in the car first, roll the windows up, lock the doors, and not let nobody in there. I was almost like a Dennis the Menace. No, actually worse than that. I was worse than Dennis the Menace. I was a menace, but but it wasn't Dennis the Menace. I was Pooch the Menace. Because I was just a nut, period. Golly, some of the crap I did. Just cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Yeah, my poor mother-in-law. I was a good kid because I knew better. Well, I knew better, Brian. I knew better, but I still did it. I wouldn't be here to talk about it if I'd done that seriously. Well, I probably shouldn't be, but I can't tell you why. That would be, I don't know, but yeah, I probably shouldn't be here because I got it twice. I'd get it from my mom, then I'd get it from my dad. And I know we've been through that story before, and I'm sure my mom remembers when my dad got a hold of me and my brother. Only thing you heard coming out of our mouth was, I remember, I remember, I remember. Now, Dad'd be like, well, you must not, because here we are again, just wearing us out good. Dennis wasn't intentionally a menace. He was just a stupid kid. Well, I was intentionally a menace, and I was acting stupid. And you still didn't learn. No, I didn't, kick a poo, because I sit back now and laugh about it. Oh my gosh. Some of the crap. And just as an adult now to sit back and think about some of that stuff. I don't know how my mom. Yeah. Yeah, Pooch was a brat. I don't know how my mom put up with that without not giving me up for adoption. She probably thought, well, that kid ain't mine. Because nah. But then again, I got it from somewhere. Was it from your side of the family, Mom? Did that gene come from that side, or did it come from the Ross side? I don't know, but I was a hooligan, hoodlum, whatever. But look how smart you are. That's well, y'all. Y'all used to always tell me that I was a smart aleck, so I guess I'm pretty smart. And nowadays, I like to think I was elected to be smart. Smart aleck. God. Look how smart. No judgment here with Tish Ross. Major update to share. Exactly as I predicted. Not a good scenario. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on there, but there might be something going on with Gary and Jailbait Tackle. Huh. Have to find out about that maybe. But good Lord of mercy. 7:29, and Pooch is sitting here trying to rack his brain of what he could come up with. I knew I should have probably canceled tonight's because I really need to get out there and shave my head. Pretty, come do Pooch a favor and give me a burr. But I do need to shave my head. I need to get ready for the work week, put some stuff up. It was a short weekend for me, but I didn't want to disappoint nobody and coming out here and getting on this thing. But look forward to, because I am excited about Wednesday. I am excited about Wednesday night. He just should have had you in a coma, Pooch. That way, or you'd set you still. She might have been in a coma when she gave birth to me. Because if she'd have known the way I come out of there, because I'm sure I came out raising hell. More than likely. I bet I did. I know I did. Because when my son was born, he come out raising hell. He come out pissing all over the place. That's probably exactly what I did. Just open up the line for call-ins. Well, I don't know if, I could get started on that, but I seriously need to get myself in there and take care of some other business. I'm excited for your new night as well. I'm also excited for oh man, me too, Lane. I'm glad the guy was in here for that, so you could get connected with it and get in on that. I actually do know what I'm going to do, thanks to my mother, because my mother is an awesome cook, and she was watching one of the other lives the other day and heard and saw that I was going to do something. So she come up with 3 different ideas for me. And one of them that she come up with for me is one I'm going to do. And, I'm excited to do that. It'll be different, but it'll be good. And I like to cook too. So and my mama can cook. My mama's like you, Elaine. She cooked from scratch, anything, make something good out of nothing. And that's the way she taught me how to cook. And, I talk about me being a heathen child when I was younger. When I was young, I liked to cook, and my mom would let me cook. And my mother worked as we got older outside of the home. And I remember sometimes she would pre-prep some stuff and ask me to cook it and have it ready for when her and Dad get home from work. And boy, did I like doing that. I always felt good about being able to do that too, which in turn taught me how to cook and do for myself too. And as we got older, I would be the one that would get to cook and have dinner or supper ready for when my parents got home. That's some good memories too back then. And knowing that, Mom taught me how to cook as well. But also would come home from school. You know how you are when you get out of school, you get home, you want to just mow down anything in your path. I'd come in and make a big bowl of pudding, and I'd eat that whole darn thing sitting there watching cartoons. It is dark outside and you won't be able to see anything. Huh? I don't know what Mom's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about there, but yeah, I'd get in from school while I was fixing up food to eat. I'd make pudding, and then I'd sit and eat that whole bowl of pudding myself. And playing baseball, I played a lot of ball growing up, and playing baseball, yep, my brother does cook good as well. But I remember one time coming home, and I was just starving Marvin. And I think I had 6, and I said that right, 6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and a big old glass of milk right before a baseball game. And I couldn't stop eating it when I was eating it. But by the time I got to that ball game and had to play, Pooch didn't feel too good. But I played. Yep, I sure did. And I felt like crap. I never lost it. But oh my God. That was a bad feeling. Yep. And yes, my brother can cook too. And he cooks good as well. That's That's a good trait to have right there, to be able to cook and eat, because you never know, especially come up with something from nothing. Because I can. And that's kind of like what Pretty and I went through today going to the store. We jacked around and went for quite a while without going to the grocery store. And we both say we didn't have nothing. We did. But, just to keep from going to the store, we made do with what we had around here. Because, boy, we hate going to the store. I hate going to the store and spending that kind of money. But, you get to a point where you ain't got nothing, and then you want something sweet or whatever. Yeah, I got to go to the store and buy some stuff, especially with the way I try to eat now, going to work and taking lunch. John Wiggs, all kids were a little nuts, and a butt whipping would change your attitude right quick. That's why they drug kids and call it treating ADD. Yeah, that's right. And I didn't have all that when I was young, because I got my butt tore up. Matter of fact, me and Pretty was leaving church today, and I happened to catch a father. That kid probably couldn't have been no more than 4 or 5 years old, and he was acting a fool, and he wasn't walking, and the father was carrying a younger baby in his arm and had the hand of this other boy in his arm, and the boy was flat out wasn't walking. So you know what Daddy was doing? He's dragging his butt. Just dragging him right along. Yeah, you ain't gonna walk. You're gonna go. You're gonna get drugged. That was funny. And I pointed at Pretty and says, "Look at that right there. That's probably the way you were done the way you acted when you was a child." She looked and said, "No, that's the way you acted." And probably right. I didn't have no problem walking though, because I was walking off somewhere else. My mom and daddy couldn't find me most of the time. Even in the neighborhood. I wandered the neighborhood at, I don't remember what age, but I was young. I'd be down the street playing or talking to a neighbor. That's just how friendly Pooch was when he was younger. Pooch was a friendly kind of guy, and he still is. I'll talk to anything and anybody. I'll be your friend. I think it's where I got that from. Everybody needs a friend named Pooch. It's just the kind of guy I am. Friendly Pooch. Mm-hmm. As long as I have flour, meat, beans, rice, and seasonings, I can make something edible. I know that's right. LOL, I was a good girl, and I still got a beating. My poor baby. But you do remember seeing that little boy getting drugged this morning, don't you, Pretty? Look at my mom. Climbed over the fence and took off. Yeah, I think we had a 5-foot chain link fence in our backyard back in the day, and yeah, I climbed it and took off. Nowadays, you'd be kidnapped. You know what? You're right. And could have been back then, too. And this is back in the 70s, 60s. Well, early 70s. I was born in 66. So I know my mom and daddy, unless I got out and wandered on my own. But I know they didn't let me get out of sight when I was that young until I was able to climb the fence, which is probably pretty early because I'm pretty sure I climbed out over the baby bed. I know I did. There's probably a story about, Mama tell you a story about me Saturday mornings just climbing out of the baby bed and going to the kitchen and getting the cereal and sitting in front of the TV watching cartoons, eating dried cereal out of the box. Yep, he was being dragged all over the church floor by his daddy. But yep, sure enough. Yep, baby says, yep, he sure was. I played football and wrestle, basketball, soccer, volleyball, all of them, and did mat and rings. Unaware pound bars for me, and the horse also on the gym. Yep, Linda was busy for sure. I hate that piggy's pills. We put a fence up to keep you in, but it didn't work. Yeah, I know. Even the backyard or the baby bed, I didn't stay in the baby bed. You know what? That makes me think about that too, being in a baby bed, because when I was not sure what the issue was, but I remember having to wear a brace, or I don't remember it. I just know I did wear a brace on my feet because I got some pretty good flat feet. But I wore the brace, the shoes that had the bar going across, and I think it was probably trying to keep my feet straight, more than likely. But I'd swing both legs over the top of that baby bed rail and be out of that bed and moving around. My mama and daddy knew I was up because I'd be probably hopping and bouncing and dragging. I don't know, but I just know I wasn't one to be contained, because I still don't like being contained. I used to steal my mother's bottle. Don't know why. I hate milk. I didn't turn nothing down. I ate anything and everything. And I ate rocks, ate tar off the street. I always had to be chewing. And that's why I guess I like bubble gum and whatnot. Probably why I'd like snuff and everything. But as I was even a kid, you know, you get that thick tar. They'd lay that hot tar down on them streets and fill it with rock and gravel to give it the road base. Yep. I chewed on it. I liked it when it was hot in the summertime. You can go pee off a big old chunk. Pooch, tell them about the time you kicked your... Yeah. My mother was... I'll tell you about the time I kicked my poor aunt in the shin. And I was probably 7. No, heck, man. I don't remember how old I was. Because I thought it's when my mom was going to go give birth to my brother. But was you going to give birth to Scott, Mom, at that time? Or was she there because somebody was sick or something? But anyway, I was a little heathen, as we know. And my aunt, my mom's sister, was in town in California, from California, staying with us. And I remember, don't let Mike out. Don't let Mike get out and all this, that, or the other. And they locked the front screen door with, the old hook latch. But I knew how to get it off and get it open. Scott was born. Man. But my Aunt Betty tried telling me that I wasn't going outside. And I wanted to go outside, and I was going to go outside. And I reared back, and I kicked her in the shin, and probably dang near broke her leg. But I was going to go outside, and my poor Aunt Betty still won't let me live that down. Hell, nobody does. For one, it's probably funny, and 2, it probably hurt. I think you ate a little too many lead paint chips. There ain't no telling. But I know I chewed on that tar, bottle caps or whatever. Now I just put a big old chaw of Copenhagen in. Speaking of, where's my Copenhagen? I hope I didn't lose it out in the yard and run over it with the tractor, because I'll need a pinch before I go horizontal later. He ate something. Yeah, I eat everything. But I eat something that caused all hell to break loose, I think. Pretty. I like getting that away with Pretty too sometimes. I like to see how far I can test her. Copenhagen is so salty. Oh, but it's good. Been dipping Copenhagen for, see, 23, 43, 53, 4, 5, 6. Dang. I've been a Copenhagen user for 44 years. That's a long time. But I love me some Copenhagen. Uh-oh, Pooch done gone and took his calm me down. Yeah. I hope it's in the house on coffee table or my end table, because I usually don't go nowhere without that in my pocket, and it ain't sitting right here. And I hope I didn't lose it out of my pocket and mow it over with the mower. It's disgusting. Don't Don't push, Tish. You may have to get another butt whooping. Hi from Oz. Sorry, or Gary Team Cash. Oh, well, howdy, sir. Welcome in here. But yeah, I do get that away. And boy, if I see I'm getting close to having my last pinch, I make a beeline to the store and make sure I have another can for backup. I do not like being low on snuff. I got to have something. You never know. Mike, I got your tar to eat. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. He spreads that. You daggum right, Brian. Put that shit on everything. Yes, welcome in, sir. That's cool. Gary Team Cassia, Australia. Sweet. Welcome aboard here. Cottonwood Ranch. Steve, come in here now. Welcome in. Everybody sliding on in here now. Been at it for a little bit, but that's okay. Long ways away now. That's good. That's good coach snack. John Wiggs, I'd hate to see Pooch in the hospital if he tried to whoop Tish. Tish will hold her own. She sure would. Be like Dalton's corner back in the day. Tish riding on somebody's back, being flung around like a wet rag. Little old pretty, trying to hold her own. I wished I could have witnessed that. Smash that like button for... Heck yeah, smash that like button. Everybody be sure and tune in Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, too. That's Pooch's new night. Pooch is having a new night on Wednesdays. Pretty might take Thursday. But I still know we still want to have Pretty and Pooch because that's some pretty good stuff, Pretty and Pooch, when we get together on that one. I can't wait to have you on, Fran. Yep, I'll be getting to be in there and go on right before the MT Homestead. And then MT Homestead. And then the Vineyard Farmhouse with Brian. That's a good night. That's be a good night, and that's why they call it Family Night. Just, it's going to be exciting for me. Have that spot and just be able to follow and lead up. I guess I'll be the opening act for them guys. That's the way it is. Pooch is going to be the opening act for MT Homestead and Brian, the Vineyard Farmhouse. At Cottonwood Ranch, 7 p.m. Central. What time on Wednesday? Yes, sir. 7 p.m. Wednesdays. I've been on Thursdays, but I'm going to shift it over. And I've been doing this Sunday night one, too. So look forward to having you in there, Cottonwood Ranch, I hope. And be sure to share. Share me out because I'm trying to grow this little channel right now. I'm trying to push it up. If I can get to that 500 mark, and then I'll have that community tab as well. And man, oh man, it'll be on then. I'll be able to share all these other fine folks out like they've been doing for me. That'll be good. Okay, don't get your head too big, Pooch. I ain't trying to get too big. I got my community tab, so now I can. Sweet. Yeah, I'm really pushing, trying to get to that point. Her name is, see, at Full Blown Country Cottonwood Ranch is a ma'am. Her name is Raquel. Okay. Well, Raquel, welcome in here, Cottonwood Ranch and Raquel. I think I'm subscribed to your channel anyway. But you know how it is. You don't get to watch all of them. I try to get in on them, but I don't get to watch all of them. And I'll be the first to tell you that. But I do, when I do see them, I like to at least get in there, leave a comment, and let them know Pooch was there. And if I can hang around, I do. And I try to keep Tish with. Oh, I know I need to keep Pretty with me. Pretty and Pooch is a pretty good thing. Everybody loves Pretty. Everybody needs a friend named Pooch, but everybody loves Pretty. I figured that part out. I know what you mean. I can't keep up to 500 plus. Boy, just trying to keep up, spread the love. That's what I like to do. Of course, I have the ones that I like to watch on a regular basis. But what started it all for me? Those channels that got me hooked and involved and not only watch, but want to do YouTube. I don't even get to watch them like I used to, because you just can't. You can't watch them all. And there's a couple channels that I do watch on a regular, no matter what basis. And they're outside of this community too. It's just different thing. Now, I love this community, but you got your trends and your stuff that you like to watch and follow, and it's all fun regardless. Oh, thank you, John Wiggs. Pretty makes the video worth watching. I know it. She does. And I love Pretty and Pooch. So Pretty ain't backing out on. Only bad thing is, which I don't know, if Pretty might be doing something on Wednesday nights. I'm not sure. I know she mentioned something. But that don't mean we can't drop Pretty and Pooch sometime. And I know Pretty's trying to get her No Judgment Here with Tish Ross channel up and going again too. So, anybody wants to reach out with her and get out there and get on a show with her, reach out to her. Because she'd love to do some lives with you guys too. Put y'all on a show. Smash that like button for Pooch. Full blown country. Yeah, please do. Please smash that like button. But I got a video working right now. I don't know when I'll get to put it up, but trying to piece some other stuff together with it, and so I can put it up. And that's weird I look back at when I started doing videos, how I wanted to have activities going on, but kind of got sidetracked and got in on these lives now and doing lives. That just changed everything up a little bit. But the lives is when you really get to interact with folks. That's why I want to get that mixing board and get a phone line, and that way we can actually have some call-ins and talk. Now, I've still got the phone right here, and I know I can do it, but it's hard time pressed, though, when you get started on something and you got a lot of people wanting to talk. And I usually, other than tonight, usually before I come on live, I've usually got pretty much everything lined up. I don't take notes. I don't prep or nothing. I work and fly off the cuff. But I've usually got a pretty good idea of the way my life's going to go in my mind. But tonight I didn't have it all planned out in my head too well, because I was too busy rushing around trying to get other stuff done and knowing I've got dust and crap all over me, but knowing that I needed to do more. And I was trying to get it all done before this live, but didn't work out. That's cool. And I wasn't going to disappoint. That's for sure. I done posted it up that Pooch was going live, and I was meant to stick to it. No Judgment Here with Tish Ross. He wouldn't drop you out. He would have to cause you, because be big demand by all his. I know it. That's right. We need to keep it. We need to keep alternating Thursdays with Pretty and Pooch, and No Judgment Here. Well, yeah, we could. I just know and that's another thing about thinking. That would probably pose and cause me to drop this time slot right here. Even though I do like it, it's a Sunday, but you just can't keep up with all of it. Gotta go. My phone is almost dead. Love you. I love you too, Mother. And that's quite all right, because it's about to wrap up anyway. But thanks for being in here. Thanks for commenting. And I appreciate you coming in, Mama. Mama likes watching me do stuff on here. That's funny. My dad too, I think. I don't know. He probably don't comment much, but I'm sure he watches some of it. But I'm happy to know that my mom watches it and gets to watch it. For sure. But yeah, going back, that may cause me to drop this time right here. I ain't quite sure yet because I do like Sunday night right before you go back to work. I guess it would all depend on, but I may have to get Pretty to just start another channel and call it Pretty and Pooch. Because I bet you we could probably gain some followers on that one too. Pretty and Pooch. And Baby can handle 2 channels. Baby can have her No Judgment here, and she can have Pretty and Pooch. Watch Pretty and Pooch take off and blow full-blown country out of the water, and I'll just be sitting there like, well, what the heck? No Judgment here with Tish Ross. That is what family night is. I think Pretty needs to be on with me on Wednesday nights on family night. I think that's how it should be. Yeah. Wednesday night, family night, because we're family. And Mike and Terry are on right before that. And then Brian, but family night. People want to see Pretty. And me and Pretty can get it rolling pretty good too sometimes. We need to do it on family night. Okay, that's right. Family night. Hey, y'all see it right there. Pretty and Pooch, Wednesday's family. I think that'd go over well. I really do. I think that's going to go over real well. Wednesday is the best for growth of your channel. I know that. That's what I'm excited about, Brian, to get that spot and just try to get it to the next step, next phase. One of these days, hopefully, Pooch will be able to really grow up too. John, boy, I can't wait. John Wiggs just popped in there. Pretty get her own channel. You're done for Pooch. John, that No Judgment Here channel of hers has been sitting dormant for 2 years. It's already got 1,800 and something people on there. I've been doing this for what, 6 months and barely got 320. Well, a little more than 6 months now, but yeah. Thinking what in the crap? It takes time though. And like I've told many of these other folks that I've communicated with, bigger channels, I ain't looking for no hand me subscribers. I want mine to grow on its own. Yeah, I'm sure I could get some shout outs and people to subscribe, go subscribe to Pooch. But what good's that going to do? I didn't do it on my own. I want this thing to grow on its own. Never now and then ain't too bad, but I'd rather be established on my own first. Some of them get out there and get too big for their britches and then sit there on their channel with nothing and don't ever do nothing with it anyway. I'm aiming to do this right and make something out of it. At least that's what I wanted. I may not make a lot out of it, but at least I'm trying. And I don't know that it'll ever be my source of income, but it's just fun to be able to make videos and get with folks like you guys and share community, share laughs, share friendship and all that. That's the funnest part, because I have made a lot of friends through this YouTube. Really good friends through this YouTube. And people that I don't even freaking didn't know until I've actually met them at YouTube events or whatever. But you come across some really good people. And what's really bad is my personal friends that I'm not going to say I've abandoned or forgotten about them, but you know, your style changes, your mind changes. Now, I do have my friends that I've had for a long time, and they will always be my friends. But, you know, you get to a point, certain habits, certain things that you did with those friends, you don't do no more. And one of those things right there is this right here for me. I've got the friends like that, but that's all we did. But I still love them and I still care about them. It's just that we don't participate, and I don't participate in that like I used to. I like to have my code snacks, but it ain't all about having code snacks anymore either. I I enjoy them rather than just drinking them to drink them. Guess that's what I'm trying to say. I got over 100 people just from doing shorts. 85% of my views come from outside my peak. I know I need to get down on doing shorts too, because I've done a couple shorts and they've had some horrendous views. I was like, good Lord. But yeah, I need to probably get on that kick too. Cottonwood. Let me look over here real quick. I'm not gonna drop or lose you folks, but I'm gonna look because I'm pretty sure I am a Cottonwood Ranch subscriber already. Just take a peek right here. Whoops. Cottonwood Church. Nope, I don't want Cottonwood Church. I need Cottonwood Ranch. Let's see here. Cottonwood Ranch. Nope, that ain't it. Where the heck? Cottonwood Ranch. Wow, I guess I'm not. I thought I was, but I am now. Subscribe to all. I'm gonna go on there. You ugly. I don't know when that one was. That's a short. 3 days ago. You ugly. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you know I'm there, and make sure I stick. And leave that there. Comment. All right. Well, I am now. That's for sure. Cottonwood Ranch. And whatever that you ugly was, let's see. Kickapoo Crafty. That doesn't sound positive. Uh-oh. What was horrendous? That doesn't sound. I drank occasionally to help the plumbing. Yeah. My personal friends have abandoned me because I don't get around anymore, so they've left me out as friends. I'm so sorry, Kickapoo. And you've always got a friend named Pooch. And I enjoy and love our conversations when we get together and talk, stream, whatever. Definitely do. I just do me, and if people like it, whoops, that jumped. I just do, where'd it go? Do me, and people like it, great. And I've been lucky on the people and channel they ever have. I know that's right, Score One, big guy. That's the way I do. I'm just going and doing it and making it what it is. Woohoo, my numbers are growing. Hi, Mitchell. Kickapoo Crafty Cat, though, we have found personal friends outside of YouTube aren't really all that supportive. That song was from just after we graduated high school. Treasure Hunter, I've been here watching in a restaurant. Thank you, Treasure Hunter. If you're back out on the road, I'm sure you're feeling a little better, but I know sometimes, even if you ain't feeling good, you got to get out there and get it. But I do hope you're feeling better, Neil. Getting over that crap. Those were pigeon chicks. They ain't pretty. Let's see here. No judgment. Hi, Treasure Hunter. Neil, howdy. You're 15 in the house, Pooch. Thank you, Brian. But yeah, I'm hoping Wednesday within itself is a boost for me. So that's going to be a good thing. And I need to do some shorts, need to do videos, but just being able to grow a little at a time, that's the way my channel's been done, a little bit at a time. But that's how I want it to be. If it all of a sudden blows up, that's great. But I appreciate all the support I get from you folks. I appreciate all the shares that y'all put out there through Facebook and whatever. I just thank you all, because we're all in this trying to make it. And it'll do it if we all help one another. But folks, I see it's 8:04, and I know in the beginning I was struggling. Thinking, oh Lord, Pooch's brain ain't in this right now. But I made it through it. I made it through with the help of all of y'all. And I know Treasure, he's been here. You ain't missing nothing, Neil. But I appreciate you being here too. But I did make it through with the help of all of y'all. And I greatly appreciate it. But y'all, get ready for Wednesday night, because Pooch is ready. And I'm looking forward to just being on that spot and helping lead up to family night. And Pretty and Pooch gonna be there. So y'all be sure and tune in on that one as well. And be sure and tell your folks and friends to go check out Full Blown Country, because everybody needs a friend named Pooch. And they call me Pooch. Anyway, folks, y'all have the rest of a good evening. And y'all have a super week. Be safe. And we'll see and talk to y'all again soon. Thank you.